Is there any kind of updates you can give us on Ryan or Mark?
No, nothing on Stahl, and Ryan, we just held him out precautionary.
Can you even say Stahl is day to day?
No, Stahl's
Okay.
injured.
Okay.
We won't. Let's define it even more. We won't even call it a body injury because that's pretty. We'll just call it an injury. So that's what we'll talk about from now. Whenever someone's out, we'll just call it an injury. So he's injured.
You've
Yes, Sam.
you've said in the past there are certain penalties that as a team you're willing to take. They're good penalties, and as a team you know you're going to kill it off. When Callie was kind of protecting Henrik there yesterday and flips the guy to the ice and you take the penalty, that's the definition of you're going to kill that one off.
Yeah, and Callie shouldn't have been the only one going. I said the other night about Pouliot. He's trying to take the puck to the net. I think he's trying to cut across. Emmy hits him, goes into Hank. Talbot goes straight to Hank, hits him. There was a gap between him and Callie. That's what I was upset about, but it's the right thing to do for Callie. It was the right thing to do, I think, later in the game when Doobie and Michael Sauer and all that stuff was going on. At this time of year especially, you need to protect your blue and you need to get to their blue. So those things you end up killing off.
You talked about Emmy stepped up yesterday with Stahl out.
Very physical, led our team in hits, made some good defensive plays, played well in our end zone, did all the things he needed to do. So he was a good player for us.
Can you touch on how this has happened several times this year where guys haven't wallowed in the fact that, you know, I'm sitting, I've been out for a couple weeks or whatever. You know, DZ was that way, Gilroy was that way, now Eminger that way too. I guess just the quality of the type person you have there.
Yeah, we've got good people. I think that's the most important thing, and we tell them what we're looking for. We tell them why. I don't think there's any gray area there as far as what our decision making is about. And I think we ask them to stay prepared because nothing is forever with guys in the lineup and guys out of the lineup. And again, it just speaks to the type of people we have in our club. And I've said it from day one here, we've got good people here. And so Emmy has handled himself well. Gilly, that's been all year long, those two guys. So it's nice to see Emmy come in and really, he doesn't want to lose a spot. You can tell. He doesn't want to lose his spot there, and he played very well.
I know different team, different personnel, different atmosphere around the team, but are there similarities between why you're playing well right now at this point of the year and the stretch you had towards the end of last season, which almost got
No
threads or no?
No, I just think when we were losing, when we were struggling there a little bit, our game wasn't far off. We haven't played many bad games this year, and our whole, in all our meetings, we just need to stay with it, continue to try to play the right way. And we've gotten a few bounces. We have just found ways to win hockey games. The door opened up for us yesterday. We found a way to win it. So that comes back to I think it's been a resilient group all year long. With the injuries we've gone through, with all the situations happening, we've kept our just a steady influence as far as how we approach every day.
This winning streak has come after the game in Anaheim. Was that, is there a correlation there?
Well, I think there's sometimes when you have a struggle. It was good that we had a couple of days after that game. I thought we had 2 really good teaching days. We were away, that we were together a lot, and we had a couple of good teaching days. And we just tried to, and we get a big win against San Jose, which was a really good hockey club. And it wasn't a perfect game, but again, we found a way to win that game. And then you just try to stay with it. So I think the 2 teaching days we had in Anaheim helped us. And when you get spanked like we did, it may wake you up. And again, we exhaled. We exhaled out there, and now we're right in the middle of it. And by no means are we can't exhale. You have to continue to play, because if you have a couple bad nights, you're in crap. And so we need to be ready to play tomorrow. We practiced well today, had good video. today, and we have another very important game tomorrow.
Towards those 2 days of teaching, did you add something new to what you were doing as a group, or was it kind of a reaffirmation of things you had been doing but got away from?
Just things that we haven't made many changes in our concept, in our team concept. It's just constant reminders, and so it was. It was just there were so many, especially in our play away from the puck, Joe. It was just night and day as far as how we play away from the puck, and we just didn't have it against Anaheim, and so we had some really good contrasts as far as what we do well and what we did that game, which was awful. And so that really, it just brings you back. It brings you back to your foundation of your club. It brings you back to your concept, and then you try to find a way. Doesn't mean you win all your games. There's always different ways of winning and losing, but you need to have your foundation. You need to have your structure.
John, Gabby's scoring lately, how much of that is what he's doing, and how much is it contributions from Eric Christensen back on that line and Vinny Prospal?
Well, it's been a good line. The line was brutal last night, as I said, after the game. But that's been a pretty good line. And I think it's all three of them. I think Vinny has sparked us, has played very well, take out that last night's game. Eric has really played well, take out last night's game. And Gabby's beginning to come, take out last night's game, although he does score a big goal for us. So hopefully that's a big boost for us if they can just stay consistent. And I believe they'll play very well against Florida. They didn't play much last night. We just decided to go with some other people, but I believe they'll be ready to play against Florida.
What was missing in their game yesterday?
They had no clue away from the puck. It was a real struggle. It was a real struggle there. And it wasn't through lack of effort or anything like that. It was just one of those nights where they were chasing the puck all night long in our end zone. And it was just a struggle. They played Stahl's line against them. I just didn't feel comfortable. I tried switching up Gabby early in the game to try to change something. But it was just one of those nights for those guys. And it wasn't one particular guy. It was the group. But they'll get right back at it against Florida.
On the flip side, Callahan's line, just the impact that they're having the last 4 or 5 games.
Yeah, they're what they are. They're in all situations. They can score good goals, nice-looking goals. They can grind. They kill penalties. They're a big part of protecting the lead. Next shift after we score a goal, they're involved in all the situations, and they have taken on the responsibility.
Do you any call-ups from Connecticut
Nope.
being considered for defense?
Nope.
Okay.
Just to clarify, McDonough, I know you said it's precautionary. Is he day to day, or
It's precautionary. He'll be fine.
so you're expecting him to play tomorrow then?
He'll be fine.
Did you get to see the video of the hit?
Yeah. Don't even ask me about it. I mean, don't even. It's none of my business. It's the league's business. Okay.
Okay.